12 politicians get started in Washington to solve America's financial problems. 6 of one, 6 of the other. It's going to be a train wreck.
A little deadlock.
It's just going to be stupid. The whole thing's stupid. The whole thing is just stupid. When is Obama? The guy can't make a decision because he's not familiar enough with what happens in the real world. He's never lived in the real world.
No, he hasn't.
Advocate for Acorn, junior senator from Illinois, and this guy's leading the most powerful, hopefully, country in the free world, well, in any world.
It right down the chutes.
Yeah, there you go. Well, anyway, this is his grand plan to choose 6 Democrats, 6 Republicans. They're going to lock them in a room somewhere, let them smack the snot out of one another, and they're going to come up with absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
And what I fear is that they will actually come up with something, and it's going to be, okay, we'll give you this if you give us that, and when you run it all together, it's red versus blue, comes out purple, and nothing really is going to get done. We need to move. We need to stop spending money. In fact, we need to cut the deficit big time. We need to stop spending money that we don't have. And the Republicans nor the Democrats are going to agree. They're just going to trade off one tit for tat, and it's going to get us nowhere. And you might say, and the bad thing is that if you did use some of these Republican solutions, we would get somewhere. But we take 2 steps forward, and in this case, 2 steps backwards, we get nowhere. But we'll take your phone calls and talk about that. The missing doctor from Munster, the eye doctor, who I had actually had a couple of appointments with her. Is it Maida Paul? Is that her name, Dr. Maida Paul? Still missing, now feared dead, and they're looking at the son, who has quite a few aliases for just a regular guy. What if they hauled you in like a ton of tuna, Rex? Would you tell them when they got you there? All right, you got any aliases? I was with Big George. Talking about aliases, do you give it up? My aliases? Right. What are your 2 aliases? One is T-Rex, and what's the other one?
Stu.
T-Rex and who? T-Rex and Stu.
Yeah.
Stu Jr.
Yeah.
Stewie, we could call you. All right. And let me give you a little bit of advice from an old man who's only been picked up a few times, but released expediently. They ask if you have any aliases. My name is Tim Saldana. I speak an Nodi English. And that's my name, and that's it. Name, rank, and serial number. That's it. You don't want to give them your aliases because then they're going to go around and someone's going, yeah, that guy T-Rex, he's the one that stole the ice cream sandwich.
That's right. It was Stu when he stole it.
I just heard that name, T-Rex.
His name was Stu when he stole it.
Got many aliases. I'm not telling them nothing. Composition of Dead Sea bath salts. Okay, you ready? You got your ingredients?
They're nothing like what you're talking about, Breach.
Well, wait a second. I'm not to the ingredients yet. I'm there now. You got yours? I got mine. All right. Magnesium. Huh? Check again. Magnesium. All right. Chloride. M small g capital C 12. Huh? Huh? No. Okay. Potassium chloride. Or capital C or capital KC. I. L. No? Sodium chloride. Calcium chloride? Bromides?
Who?
Bromides.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Insolubles.
What'd you say?
Insolubles.
Drink some of that.
Fragrance?
Drink some stink.
Eye of Newt?
I have bat swing.
No. Bat's nose hair. Nose hair up from a bat. I was ready to pluck one out of somebody at Freddy's last night.
Don't talk
I
that.
was just going to reach over and just pluck that nose hair right out of her head.
You're liable to gag me. Don't do that.
No, I would would have pulled her eyeball right through her nose.
See, I use bath salt all the time, but not that stuff.
Okay, here's the
I
other
use
information.
celery salt.
For external use only, notes, if under medical supervision, consult your physician before use. Well, I didn't do that. Masada mineral bath salts are imported in a pure, unprocessed extraction in natural form directly from the southern Dead Sea.
Yeah. Dead. That's the key word there.
In Israel.
Dead.
In Israel.
But the key word there is dead.
Got to trust the Jews on this one. Okay, so none of those things. Oh, wait a second. Keep out of reach of children, and this product was not tested on any animals, as far as we know.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of ingredients you had? Just give me a quick.
I can't pronounce these. They're about a mile long in name.
What do you mean?
They're all technical.
His degree ain't in Latin.
Can that thing turn around? You can't turn that around? Why not?
Because it don't turn.
It doesn't turn? Why not?
It'll destroy.
Don't tell me that. Turn that thing around.
It'll blow up.
Hold on. We'll get to your phone calls in just a moment. We're
You're gonna
still
blow this
researching
up.
this thing. Hold on. Turn that thing around. How far does it go? Where is it? Where are the ingredients? Well, can you turn it a little bit more?
Well, can you stretch a little bit more?
Give me the how? No, I can't stretch anymore. Will this go all the way in there?
Oh, jeez. Here we go. He's coming over the counter. T-Rex,
Does
look
that
out.
microphone work? I'll come in there and read it. Wait, don't highlight it. No, I can't see it for sure. Okay, the emergency rule adds 6 chemicals found in the illicit bath salts to the Controlled Dangerous Substance Act.
Ah.
Okay, where the hell are they?
Starts with this.
Oh, don't run your finger across there. It's doing funky stuff. No, don't highlight it. I can't see it. I can't see it. Okay, what's the most dangerous thing? All right.
Polymethylpropylene or
Okay,
something? What do you got?
take my word for it. Whoops.
You got the
Take
place destroyed.
take my word for it. There's a lot of stuff in there. Rex was right. Okay. Whose tapes are these? All right, I'm now walking on Deedlow's tapes. No, mine are over there.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't use them anyway. He plays vinyl, man.
Yeah, that's right. He plays records.
I got to tell you why that's cool, man, then forget about it. Okay, so none of that stuff is any good for you. Can you
from
pronounce
Highland
one of them? Could be anywhere. Where are you?
Hey,
All right.
good to hear you.
All right.
Hey,
Hey.
welcome back, George.
Hey, what's happening?
Too much. Missed you last week.
I miss me, too.
All right with the salutations already. Let's go. I only got 2 hours.
Well, yeah, you managed to burn 35 minutes real quick. Hey, I heard something I think you'd be interested in.
Listen, are you going to start backsassing
Is
again?
this about
No
rocks and women
backsass,
again?
no grab ass, and no nothing.
No backbiting?
No.
This
none
ain't
of that.
about rocks and women, is it? Because it got me cracked up the last time.
Anybody caught playing grab ass spend the night in the box. All right, go ahead.
The classic line. I want you and George to think about this.
Well, I don't want to.
You know how none of us agree with the trade deficit, that everything coming into this country, they only pay 2%, and everything going out of our, we have to pay 20%? Totally unfair, and that's what Trump was really, that was when he was on his soapbox talking about.
He said the Chinese are ripping us off and laughing at us.
And then
They
some.
are.
Yeah. I think that's the cleaned up version of it.
Right.
There was an economist, and I'm not a big fan of the WTO, the World Trade Organization. I think it handcuffs us, that we're linked to these other countries that really don't care. All they want to do is take
Make
from
money.
us, and it's horrible.
They want our dough.
Right. Now, this guy.
Wait a second. Can I interject here? You know what they're doing? They're preparing for the worldwide economic collapse, and there's a certain amount of people that are going to find solitude when it happens. And those guys are the guys who are handpicking them. That's
Right.
what they're about.
You're
I'm telling
absolutely
you.
right.
I'm telling you. I could see this coming. 2012 is right around the corner, but go ahead.
Yeah. Listen to this. We can't touch trade laws because it's like Article 2 of the WTO. If you change trade laws for one country, you have to change them for all. That's the handcuff for every country. This economist came up with, he wanted to use the Homeland Security route spin. Every container that comes into this country from abroad has to be hand-picked, and every box has to be inspected by an inspector, and that cost which would be astronomical,
Now that sounds like discrimination to me.
would be charged back to the importer.
Sounds like discrimination. What do you think?
Yeah.
Why would you discriminate?
Well,
We don't have discrimination laws in other countries. We're the only ones that do.
yeah, but why only the broads? How about the guys?
What are you talking about, broads?
You said from the broads.
From abroad.
Which one?
Okay, I'm a little slow. It's getting late in the day, but I just got that.
What are you Are you on the bath salts, man?
Dave, Dave, you
Every
gotta
container, we charge importers for an inspection fee, and the WTO can't do anything about it because it's for national security. It's a homeland security thing.
I don't get it. Well, we can't. What's the connection?
Well, the connection is because we can raise revenue. We can't raise tariffs because the WTO won't let us. Okay, that's not in Article 2. But we can charge importers for inspecting. You know, only 1 out of 30 containers gets inspected. The rest just come right through. And you know what's on those containers? Bath salts. That has no business coming into this country.
Really? Well, someone needs to do the research on this stuff for me because I'm not really.
What about these lazy cakes? These brownies you can buy at every very well-known convenience gas stores. They're right there by the.
I wanted to buy one on the way in today.
You heard Deedlo. Deedlo really got bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when they started talking about that. Cause I think there's a couple of dozen in the fridge over here.
Well, you would expect somebody from Berkeley to like that.
Don't tell me that there's never been any brownies in the Gearman oven.
We're gonna buy one.
I think, unfortunately, I think half the guys I work with eat a lazy cake right before they come to work.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. But they're protected by the union, so who cares? Well, you're not a union joint, are you? Are you a union joint?
No.
You're a right-to-work kind of deal, right?
It's just a non-union company, but we abide if there's any sort of strike. We honor the strike. We don't cross picket lines, and it's a really stand-up company.
Have you been approached? Have you personally, or are you aware of anyone at FedEx being approached by any union to organize?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On a regular basis.
They talk nicely to you?
Oh, yeah. They promise you the sun and the moon, and all you got to do is pay your dues, and they'll do everything for you.
Bath salts for everyone.
Bath salts and lazy cakes for everybody.
All right,
Lazy
man.
cakes that break
Get ready for a mulligan. And having religious beliefs is somehow a bad thing. Now, I don't want it legislated, and I don't want it shoved down my throat. But I don't mind if my leader has a little religion. Doesn't bother me. I think it does matter. I mean, it certainly doesn't anger me, and it certainly doesn't offend me, or does it scare me. I want my leader to have some damn religion.
Exactly.
As long as it's not devil worship or.
I didn't vote for him because he's Catholic or he's Protestant or whatever. That's not why I voted for him. I voted for him because I thought he was a good leader. Whoever.
Oh, okay. Well.
Not this last guy. I didn't.
Well, I can't figure out what Obama is. I still think that when you're
a Muslim.
When you're trained in your elementary school days as a Muslim and you're on the carpet and you're praying towards the east. That's pretty hard to shake, isn't it?
You're a Muslim. He's a Muslim.
He doesn't discuss it, but I don't know if that concerns me, but I think it's something that should be out there
That's how
anyway.
They train them in the sleeper cells.
Oh.
You don't discuss your religion.
That's another scary thing. And 9/11's coming right around the pipeline. We didn't even get to the Portage guy that was. I hate to say this, but it's once it hits the paper, what am I going to do? He's having sex with a 12-year-old allegedly, but he thought she was 16.
So?
Well, that's the story.
So?
I'm just saying that's the story. We didn't get to it. You want to get to it now?
He's a coward and a pig, and I want 10 minutes alone with him.
Well, he hasn't been convicted, but I think he's admitted to having sex with her. But he thought she was 16. That's his line. What is he, an idiot? At least 19, right?
If they hauled him in, he's guilty of at least thinking about it because he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. I want a piece of that guy.
Well,
I thought she was 16. Well, 16 still isn't right.
She was 12 years old.
Not.
Are you going to mistake a 12-year-old for a 16-year-old?
No, I want.
Liar!
I want a piece of this guy.
You know he's lying.
They should just. You should be a lottery for this. They could make some money for the government. They could make some money for the prison system. We all chip in a buck. Whoever's ticket they pull gets to off this guy.
What do you mean oft?
Get rid of
Are
him.
you talking
Stoiminate.
slang language again?
Exterminate.
Well, I don't know if you're going to kill him for this.
You abuse a 12-year-old girl, I'm going to exterminate
Well,
you.
he didn't kill her,
I don't care. He abused her.
and I'm not sure.
He killed her for life.
I read the story, of course, and as you know, I don't like to just flat out read stories on the air.
I know.
It aggravates me, but I read the story, and I'm not sure that though it's statutory rape, I'm relatively sure because of the age. I don't know that he held her down or whatever. He might have, how hard I guess would it be to talk a 12-year-old or maybe he scared her into it or harassed her into it. I don't know. He's a pig. I'm not saying he's not a pig.
Our own biggest
but
enemy.
you can't kill him. Let's be realistic.
Our own biggest enemy in this country is our judicial system and our fairness and our freedom.
How about
It's killing us because we're letting guys like that walk around.
Okay, well, I mean, I agree. Maybe he shouldn't be walking around.
There's no manner
But you
of
can't kill him.